Hi class, today what you're going to be doing is for your October calendar or October number corner, we're going to be finishing up this packet. So on the very front page of your packet, I want you to find the volume of each one of these. So all of them on the front page, I want you to find the volume. So for example, if I was to find the volume of this shape here, I could count that this has 5. So then I'm going to put a 5. And here I know that this one would then have another 5 cubes. And then I see 2 cubes right here. So I'm going to kind of write 5 plus 2 plus the 5. And then I see that that would give me 12. So then I'm going to write on here that I have 12 cubes. So go ahead and solve the rest of these, so all of them, and solve the rest of them, but tell me still how many cubes are in each one, and kind of show me like how I did here, how you figured those out. On the next page, we have our data for the carrots. If you did not fill out this data, what I did is on Google Classroom, I filled out all the data that we have from the first class. So I took the first class's information and I filled out all that data. So if you for some reason do not have the data here, then you can go on Google Classroom and you can get the first class's data so that you can make sure that your double line graph is correct. Make sure on this double line graph, let's move this up. Make sure that you have your key filled out and that you're really paying attention, if you didn't keep up with it during class, that you're really paying attention to the number of days that have passed. So make sure that you have really paid attention to that. And so if it was 18 days past, then you're going above the 18. For the next page, we did this in class together, so you should have this page already done. If you do not have it already done, go ahead and fill it in. And same thing for this question right here. If you don't have it done, go ahead and fill that one in. Then we have these with 17 on page 10. With 17, 18, 19, you're going to look at those views and then go ahead and predict which one of these will fit with those views. I want you to circle it, how it says circle, the marker, and then you're going to tell me how you figured it out. How did you know that that one fits in there? Try to make sure that you're descriptive with that. On the next page for 11, this one should be rather easy for you because you already did it on the front. I want you to find the volume of each of the solid figures shown below, and it wants you just to tell me what the volume is. And tells you to use loops and equation to show your method. On page 13, so here's page 13, you're going to be looking at this graph to figure out the information. So it wants you to answer all the questions. So it says, what was the carrot's mass when the experiment started? So day 0. Well, here we see that there's day 1, so that means here is day 0. So at day 0, what was the carrot's mass? Then how much mass did the carrot lose in the first 2 days? Okay, here's 2 days. Here was the mass. Where was it? So then how much did it lose? So pay attention. If it doesn't show you exactly what it is, think about what value it could be. Most of these are going to be either the amount or the amount in between. So like if there was 1 in between here, then it'd be 35, because 35 is between 30 and 40. On number 6 is one that tends to confuse kids. It says, what is the meaning of the circled point on the graph? Use carrots, grams, and days in your answer. So this circled graph, I want you to tell me what does this graph tell you on this? How many days have passed? What was the mass on that day? What does it tell you at this point? So be specific with that. On the last page, we have another graph. And on this graph, it says the class left a second carrot sitting out for 12 days. Here's the data they collected. Enter it on the graph above. So all this data right here, you're going to be entering that data on this chart. So entering all this data, so pay attention to the days, going to entering it on this chart. And then you're going to be telling me 4 things that you notice about this experiment. How is it similar to what we did? How is it different than what we did? So 4 things. You can tell me 2 things that are similar, and then tell me 2 things that are different. So 4 things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your substitute. Feel free to write a little question mark and ask me tomorrow, but I would like this to be finished by the end of the class. All right, thank you.